Hey, how you doing, guys? Been trying to catch up on a lot of the videos I missed over the weeks. Before I get to the main topic, I wanted to talk about I'm doing a collaboration with somebody, and this is Jonathan Edwards from 5 Minute Guide on YouTube, and I kind of happened to come up on his video because, of course, we had the release of macOS Catalina with the new versions of Final Cut Pro 10, Motion, and Compressor. And he said he had a lot of problems. In fact, he made 3 videos over this where he had problems with some plugins interfering with the operation, and we were kind of going back and forth on this. And it was kind of funny because I was like, well, he decided to just jump in and install it, and then he had the problems. I said, well, normally you would wait until all your plugins are supported, and then we kind of had a exchange and like, hey, I think I'm going to make a YouTube video on this. And he said, hey, why don't we just record it and we'll just converse on this on Skype. I said, hey, excellent idea. So we were supposed to do it today, but it's going to be put off for tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to record it necessarily myself, but I will point to his YouTube channel. He'll probably record it for sure. So go see that. We're going to be discussing some of the upgrading woes for Final Cut Pro 10 and some of his plugins. We're going to be talking about that between the two of us. Okay, on to the main topic, which is Microsoft's Android phone, which is, of course, the Surface Duo. And I kind of wanted to talk about the way Microsoft has been embracing other technologies, even though they're not their own. For instance, they always thought Linux is an enemy. Now they pretty much embrace it. They even released not too long ago some open source for Linux, which is the exFAT driver. They're going to open source that to Linux for flash drives and or even disk drives per se. And so now they're going to implement an Android phone. Of course, back when they've been, of course, with Stephen Ballmer messing everything up with Microsoft, he didn't think cell phones would really be a thing. And of course, Apple proved him wrong. So they've been catching up in the mobile scene ever since with their Windows Mobile operating system, which never worked out for them due to lack of support from developers, third-party applications, and a lot of other things. They even went into buying Nokia for $7 billion. Of course, they had some of their own problems, Nokia, because they didn't embrace the new smartphones and things, and they were way behind. So, of course, they lost out on that as well. So, of course, Microsoft, they said they're just going to drop their Windows phones altogether with their mobile operating system for phones and tablets. As far as I know, the tablet version. Anyway, so fast forward this to a couple of years later, they decide to release an Android phone, which I believe is an excellent idea because they're thinking outside of the box. They're embracing the technology. Even though they may not get paid per se for their operating system, they can utilize their hardware. They can still sell their services. Could be like mobile Office, Microsoft Office mobile version. They can put Skype, which they own as well, and some of their Cloud One services and so on. So I think that's an excellent idea. Embracing the Android operating system. And I think they also made a second good choice is right now foldable phones are not, I'm trying to think of the word, developed enough. Of course, we've seen this with the what do you call it? I think it's not Google. It's Samsung Fold, and we see a bevy of other problems. And there was some other manufacturers come out with their version, and I don't think it's matured nearly enough to go to be going to foldable screens. So, and we're gonna catch some of the Surface Duo, and so the foldable screen hasn't quite made it yet. So that's why I'm glad that they went with a dual screen, a much better choice for now until the foldable screen technology gets a lot better. And and you can see some of it running right now. So second good choice made by Microsoft, so that can get them back into the mobile phone industry. Hopefully this catches on as well as the rest of their Surface laptops and tablets as well. So I think that was a very excellent idea, thinking outside the box, embracing other technologies, even though they may not be their own. And I think it will work for them in the long run. So I kind of wanted to give you my thoughts on their idea behind using Android for their new phone system and use a dual screen rather than a foldable one. Stay tuned for some more stuff coming up. Of course, like I said, I'm going to have with Jonathan Edwards in 5-Minute Guide. Check out his website as well. And I'll probably make a separate video and or just do a regular video, and I'll point to it because he's actually got 3 videos up there now, which we're going to talk about Final Cut Pro 10 and some problems in the industry from coming out with new versions. There's, of course, Apple has a bevy of problems from their trash can style Mac Pros and things like that. So we're probably going to, hopefully we'll discuss that as well. So thanks for watching and see you guys later.